If we take a look at what's happened this year, then clearly we didn't get the start that we'd expected or hoped for. I, amongst others, were on record at the end of last year saying to our partners and others that this is the biggest regulation change that we've seen for nearly 20 years, and there could well be some upsets. At that time I was not predicting, nor was it part of the master plan, that we were going to be part of that upset. We rolled the car out in Barcelona in week 11 along with the other teams, and it was clear that something was awry. I have to say, I think that the organisation has reacted in a phenomenal way to that. It's very easy when you find yourself under that kind of intense pressure to start tearing yourselves apart and find out, start pointing the fingers at this thing. The job for the management team, for myself and the engineers as well, has been to pull everybody together and draw on that strength in depth that we have and provoke a fight, really, not internally, but with the competition. And I've been delighted with the way that the team has responded. It's been a phenomenal fight, and one that I'm very proud to have been associated with. I have to say, here we are just a few days before the summer shutdown, and although we're standing here and there are people around the organisation at the moment in victory t-shirts, we are absolutely not declaring victory. What we're declaring is we're back, and now we have a lot of work to do through the summer and continue to fight. It's been a hugely demanding 6 months, both for the partners, the management team, the engineers, the staff and everybody. Nobody, and me included in that, likes to get beaten. In fact, I'm a really poor loser. I have always been a really poor loser, and I know that both Ron and Martin and many others have always been very poor losers, so we're not about to get used to that. What we've been really clear about is saying to everybody that there are no magic solutions here. There was no golden bullet that was suddenly going to make everything perfect overnight, nor was there anything that was fundamentally flawed in the concept of our car. And there have been a number of people outside who've made observations about the height of the chassis, the angle of the front suspension, the width of the, everybody's got their pet theory. But you have to rely on the data, the engineering talent that got us a world championship in 2008. These are some smart people here. And we didn't do a good job by our standards over the winter months. But we need to step up to the plate and start to put that right. So we put immense pressure into aerodynamics and into the design organisation to cut out all of the non-priority tasks. So a lot of nice-to-haves got really focused down very tightly. And then we said to the manufacturing team that we need to halve, broadly, our time to market on most of these items. So we've been duplicating tooling, we've been working around the clock, we've had some programs that were what we've called the don't put down programs. These were items where if it was in your department, in your hands, you weren't taking a tea break or while you had it, it was not going to be put down. And when you'd done what you had to be doing with it, you handed it to the next bloke and you said, this is one of those. And I think we've had at any one time probably 3 or 4 of those running through the business at the moment. When we set the challenge for the German Grand Prix of getting new front wing and the very aggressive shadow diffuser to the car, I don't think any of us thought at that stage. I think the probability of success we felt was about 20–25%, but we knew we had to make that Herculean effort. The German Grand Prix, Mercedes-Benz, their home territory. We'd had a very, very difficult Silverstone in front of our own home crowd and taken some pain there. And we just knew that Lewis and Heikki needed more from us. And so I guess with the benefit of hindsight, what we did for Germany in what we call the delivery system of our business was monumental, really good. Although there's a break in the manufacturing program, the concepts are loaded. We're going to work tirelessly up to midnight on Sunday night, put everything down. And we've explained to everybody that nobody's allowed to get boat happy and start thinking about holidays until Sunday at midnight. Put them down, and then the Monday morning that we come back in 2 weeks' time, we need to pick them up as if nothing was missed. And we haven't got time for a slowdown week because we've run into shutdown, and there's no time for a slow ramp up the other side. It's full court press, if you like, from a basketball analogy. And we have a range of aerodynamic and suspension upgrades for Valencia, and we hope to do well there. There are still some big changes for 2010. We've got the no refuelling has quite a marked impact on the car. We're going to be carrying probably another 80 kilos of fuel. So, going from 80 kilos to 160 kilos of fuel is a big issue, not least of which for the mass of the car. You've got this big, great weight in the middle of the car, so vehicle dynamics is different. We have a different tyre, front tyre for next year, so all that we've learned around weight distribution and aero balance is going to be different. So that's Formula One though, that's why we love it.